peeps and creeps, and welcome back to yet another video. So I'm really excited, nervous, anxious, all the things for this video because today is gonna be like more of a vlog video, but we're gonna be going outside of the house and I'm gonna be going on my first bookstore excursion, and we're gonna vlog it and we're gonna film it, and it's just gonna be really fun. I have been getting back into reading books lately, and I'm really excited because when I was younger, you will always find my head in a book. I was very much a bookworm, especially before I got my phone. Being out of school, I think I find books fun again because, you know, when you're in school, you have to read the intellectual books and stuff like that. And I just kind of found my little happiness with books again, and my new favorite thing that I like spending my money on has been books. I've really been ordering books a lot, or just going to like Walmart and finding some great books there. I have like a list of books that are popular, or that like people, because I've been watching like other YouTubers who read a lot, and I've written down books that they recommended to buy. So like I have a whole list of books that I'm gonna be looking out for. First things first, I'm going to show you guys what is in my bag. I have my little blue, in that color blue, just so pretty, but I have my little blue fuzzy tote from H&M, and I'm going to do like a what's in my bag. So obviously I have my keys, like obviously. Look at my hair though. I'm going to show y'all my hair a little closer later on, but your girl did it. Anyway, the next thing in my bag is a book that I'm currently reading. I probably actually won't get to read it while I'm out and about, like now that I come to think of it, but I always keep this in my purse. But anyway, it's called A New Name by Grace Livingston Hill. It's an old book. I had it for a while, but I'm finally getting to read it, so yeah. And look at this little bookmark. I got it from Shein. I have my wallet, which I clipped onto the bag, some boring stuff like deodorant. And then I have this Rue 21 perfume. I actually used it for the first time today. And then I also have this lotion from Bath & Body Works, Winterberry Wonder.
Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
I can't be trusted to do anything. Anyways, now that I showed you guys what's in my bag, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the OOTD, or outfit of the day. This is like the overview. Comfortable and cute. Alright, so the jacket I got from Hilton Head, as you can see, when we went on vacation a couple years ago. I just love the way it fits, and I love the dark blue on me. This shirt is from ASOS. It's just a very thin white t-shirt under here. The skirt, it's like thrifted. But I didn't thrift it. I don't remember how it came in my closet, but yeah, it was not bought brand new. But it's just such a cute little maxi sweat skirt. I got my little shoes that I got from Shein, and just some little socks. The bag is from H&M. I think I mentioned that already. But yeah. As promised, I wanted to show you guys my hair. It's kind of like coming up a little bit, but I blow dried it and put it in a little clip. The struggle is most real. Yeah, it's a little blue clip matches my outfit. So, all right, without further ado, let's go ahead and go. Show love, we'll share. Can I get the medium fruit smoothie? Mango, please.
Okay, anything else for you?
No, that's all.
Alright, I'll reach over for you for window. There you go.
Thank you. Goodwill is done. We got some goodies, so now we're gonna hit up some actual real bookstores. I found some really cool books in there that I'm really excited to talk about because I didn't know how book shopping at a thrift store was gonna go. Yeah, I ended up finding some really cool stuff. Also, that was my first time ever videoing or ever recording in a store, and oh my gosh, it was a little scary. It was scary, but I'm really proud of myself for doing it. But let's see how I do in these bigger stores though. That's the real thing. Let's do it. Y'all, the social anxiety is so real. I'm here at half price books, and I'm like, girl, it's the whole town over here. Pull yourself together, we can do this. Not that lady already staring at me. Pull it together, let's go. Going into half price books, they have some really nice books. I'm going to talk about it a little bit later. I really enjoyed going in there. That was really nice. I got some really good books and I can't wait to show y'all what they are. Little ghetto though, because they didn't give me no bag. I'm still a little bit anxious because I still have to go to Barnes & Noble, but I feel like if I don't want to be in there for a while, I'm not going to because I'm getting a little tired, a little weary, and I already got some really good books, so yeah. But anyway, let's get into it. Okay, hey peeps, it is actually the next day, which you probably won't be able to tell because it looks like I'm wearing the same exact thing, which I'm wearing the same jacket, different shirt, different skirt, and all that. But yeah, it's the next day. And I'm gonna finally show all the books that I collected on this haul, on this bookstore trip. I already want to say I am so proud of myself. I know I've been saying that like all day yesterday, but I like edited the video from yesterday already last night, and it's just looking so good. And I've always wanted to like vlog on my channel like in public, and it just looks so cool when it's edited and everything. I really hope y'all enjoy this video and gas this video up, because my efforts, girl. Anyway, without further ado, let's just get into the books. All right. The first bag of books is from Miss Goodwill. So in total, I got 5 books from Miss Goodwill. Like I said, they had some really good books. Now, I did want to show y'all like what the price was for each book. So on my receipt, it says $2.99 for each book. So the subtotal was $14.95. So without tax, it would have only been like $15 for 5 books. Just like I thrift my clothes from a thrift store, I was just like, you know, why not thrift books from a thrift store? Cause like, yeah. All right, I'm gonna just go ahead and get into the first one. So this is called Paris, My Sweet, A Year in the City of Light by Amy Thomas. And this just drew my eye because the cover of it is just so pretty. I used to be obsessed with like all things French, Paris, all that. And so I thought this would be like a cute book to read. I'm gonna just read a little bit of the back so you kind of get what the book is about. Forever a girl obsessed with all things French, like me, sweet freak Amy Thomas landed a gig as rich as the purest dark chocolate, leave Manhattan for Paris to write ad copy for Louis Vuitton. Working on the, I don't know how to pronounce that word, strolling the charming streets and exploring the best pastries and boulangeries, Amy marveled at the magnificence of the city of light. But does falling in love with one city mean turning your back on another? As much as Amy adored Paris, there was part of her that felt like a humble chocolate chip cookie in a sea of pristine macaroons. Paris, My Sweet explores how the search for happiness can be as fleeting as a salted caramel souffle's rise, as intensely satisfying as molten chocolate cake, and about half the life you're meant to live doesn't always taste like the one you envisioned. Next is actually a mystery, a murder mystery book, and I've been reading like a whole bunch of romance books lately, so I wanted to dip my foot back into like some mystery books. So this one is called Birthdays Can Be Murder by Joyce Cato. And the back is really what sucked me in, because I was like, ooh, this might be a really good read. Hired to cater the swanky birthday soiree of wealthy twins Alicia and Justin Greer, Chef Jenny Sterling arrives at their estate just in time for murder. It seems a servant was found floating in a goldfish pond, but lovely, spoiled Alicia won't let that wreck her party. And luckily for the birthday girl, Jenny is not one to back down from any challenge, not even when the body count rises. Dun dun dun! Next one is a classic. It is To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. So I know a lot of people have to like read this book for like school, in high school and stuff, but I actually didn't. I thought this would be a really nice read, just to read, you know, a classic book. Never read it before, so yeah. The unforgettable novel of a childhood in a sleepy southern town and the crisis of conscience that rocked it, To Kill a Mockingbird became both an instant bestseller and a critical success when it was first published in 1960. It went on to win the Pulitzer Prize in 1961 and was later made into an Academy Award-winning film, also a classic. Next one is called This Widowed Land by Kathleen O'Neill Geer. And I think this is kind of like a take on like Pocahontas type thing, because this is about Native American, where her land is getting taken over by like, you know, the white man, and I think she's like falling in love with a white man, but like it's kind of torn because they're taking over her land type thing. So yeah, kind of like a Pocahontas type thing. So this is really cool. It's a thick one. This is a thick boy. So this will definitely be pretty interesting. And last but certainly not least, I saved the best for last actually. The last book I got from Goodwill. So this book, I'm doing too much, I know. This book is actually a film, and I love the film. I watch the film so often religiously. It's called The Lucky One, and I did not even know it was a book until I stumbled upon it at the thrift store, no less. So I'm just so excited to read this. If the movie is really good, I know the book is good because they usually change a whole bunch of stuff when they make books into movies. So I'm just really, really excited. After U.S. Marine Logan Tybolt finds a photograph of a smiling young woman buried in the dirt during his tour of duty in Iraq, he experiences a sudden streak of luck, winning poker games and even surviving deadly combat. Only his best friend Victor seems to have an explanation for his good fortune: the photograph, his lucky charm. Back home in Colorado, Tybolt can't seem to get the woman in the photograph out of his mind, and he sets out on a journey across the country to find her. But Tybolt is caught off guard by the strong attraction he feels when his search leads him to Elizabeth, a divorced mother in North Carolina with a young son, and he keeps the story of the photograph and his luck a secret. As he and Elizabeth embark, Tybolt's secret will soon threaten to tear them apart, destroying not only their love but also their lives. Filled with tender romance and terrific suspense, The Lucky One is an unforgettable story about the surprising paths our lives often take and the power of fate to guide us to true and everlasting love. Alright, so now we're gonna get into the books I got from Half Price Books. As you can see, I got 3. Like I said in the vlog, they didn't like give me a book. A bag. I was like, So I just walked out with my little books and stuff. I was like, hope nobody think I'm stealing. Maybe they're trying to like recycle or whatever, which is kind of cool. So the first one I got is a Jane Austen book. This is literally so pretty, and look at the gold pages. Look at the gold pages. I really just got it because it's cute, and I also really just wanted to dip my toe already in reading a Jane Austen book because I just have been wanting to read Jane Austen for a minute now. But this one is Persuasion by Jane Austen. This is such a tiny book though, and the wording is just so small. The back says, Mary, Elizabeth, and Anne are daughters of the indebted Sir Walter Elliot, and so ensues a series of romantic exploits. That's literally all it says. I don't know what this is about. I just know that I want to read it. So the next one is also another classic. It is Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. I'm probably saying that wrong, but yeah. So here is that. Wuthering Heights is the wild, passionate story of intense and almost demonic love between Catherine Earnshaw and Heathcliff, a foundling adopted by Catherine's father. After Mr. Earnshaw's death, Heathcliff is bullied and humiliated by Catherine's brother Hindley, and wrongly believing that his love for Catherine is not reciprocated, leaves Wuthering Heights, only to return years later as a wealthy and polished man. He proceeds to exact a terrible revenge for his former miseries. The action of the story is chaotic and unremittingly violent, but the accomplished handling of a complex structure, the evocative descriptions of the lonely moorland setting, and the poetic grandeur of vision combine to make this unique novel a masterpiece of English literature. This would be cool. It kind of reminds me of Great Expectations in a way. And the third and final book that I got from Half Price Books, y'all. I was like, as soon as I saw this, out of the shelf, okay? Because I love the musical Hamilton, and one of my favorite characters is Miss Eliza Hamilton herself. So when I saw Eliza Hamilton, I grabbed that book so quick. Do you understand? We love her. This is by Susan Holloway Scott. So, yes. As the daughter of a respected general, Elizabeth Schuyler is accustomed to socializing with dignitaries and soldiers, but no visitor to her parents' home has affected her so strongly as Alexander Hamilton, a charismatic, ambitious aide to George Washington. They marry quickly, and despite the tumult of the American Revolution, Eliza is confident in her brilliant husband and in her role as his helpmate. But it is the aftermath of war, as Hamilton becomes one of the country's most important figures, that she truly comes into her own. In the new capital, Eliza becomes an adored member of society, respected for her fierce devotion to Hamilton as well as her grace. Behind closed doors, she astutely manages their expanding household and assists her husband with his political writings. Yet some challenges are impossible to prepare for. Through public scandal, betrayal, personal heartbreak, and tragedy, she is tested again and again. In the end, it will be Eliza's indomitable strength that makes her not only Hamilton's most crucial ally in life, but also his most loyal advocate after his death, determined to preserve his legacy while pursuing her own extraordinary path through the nation they helped shape together. I'm so ready. And now, the final bookstore that your girl went to, of course, Ms. Barnes and Noble. There were in all about 4 books that I wanted to get from Ms. Barnes and Noble. I had to put one back because I just was like, I'm not going to spend this much money. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. But the book that I was going to get from Barnes & Noble was a book by Jasmine Guillory. Jasmine Guillory is one of my new favorite authors. I just love the characters. I feel like I can relate so much to the female interest that she writes. I love her style of writing. I have 3 books already by her, and I sped through like all 3. I had to put that one back. But anyway, for the 3 books that I did get, let's get into it. So I think I mentioned in the intro that I had like a list of recommended books from the YouTube videos that I watched of like people's book hauls and stuff. And a lot of people had the Twisted Love series by Anna. I'm not even going to pronounce the last name. I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm going to say it wrong. So I'm just going to show y'all the author. But here's the book. It's a really cute little book, little novel. So it's called the Twisted Love series. And this is book 1 called Twisted Love. I'm really excited to start this series. I am. I feel like I won't start it for a little bit. It's Twisted Loves is the first one. Twisted Games, Twisted Hate, and Twisted Lies. Now, even the girl in the checkout line that checked me out, she was like, oh, I'm reading this series and I'm on the 3rd book. She was like, the first one ain't really all that good. She said the next 2 are really, really good and they like gradually progress. I'm still hoping that I like the first one, but yeah. The next book is a book called A Hope Divided. It is a novel of the Civil War by Alyssa Cole. I'm so excited to read this. I love Civil War stories and I just love old-timey books, and I think this one's going to be really interesting. For all of the war between the states, Marley Lynch has helped the cause in peace with coded letters about anti-rebel uprisings in her Carolina woods. Her sayings and poultices for Union prisoners and silent aid to fleeing slave and freemen alike. Her formerly enslaved mother's traditions and the name of a white father she never knew have protected her until the vicious Confederate Home Guard claims Marley's home for their new base of operations in the guerrilla war against Southern resistors of the rebel cause. Unbeknownst to those under her roof, escaped prisoner Iwan McCall is sheltering in her laboratory. Seemingly a quiet philosopher, Iwan has his own history with the cruel captain of the Home Guard and a thoughtful but unbending strength Marley finds irresistible. When the revelation of a stunning family secret places Marley's freedom on the line, she and Iwan have to run for their lives in the hostile Carolina night. Following the path of the Underground Railroad, they find themselves caught up in a vicious battle that could dash their hopes of love and freedom before they ever cross state lines. This is gonna be so good. Okay, Alyssa Cole. And the last final book of this haul, and the last book that I got for Barnes & Nobles is, it's called The Help. Yes, Ma'am by Catherine Stockett. Now, this was also a movie, and I did recently find out that it was a book before I found it in the bookstore. I wasn't even trying to search for this in the bookstore. I happened to see this one on the way out, and I swapped this one for the Jasmine Guillory book. Aibileen is a black maid in 1962 Jackson, Mississippi, raising her 17th white child. She's always taken orders quietly, but lately it leaves her with a bitterness she can no longer bite back. Her friend Minnie has certainly never held her tongue or held on to a job for very long, but now she's working for a newcomer with secrets that leave her speechless. And white socialite Skeeter has just returned from college with ambition and a degree, but to her mother's lament, no husband. Normally, Skeeter would find solace in Constantine, the beloved maid who raised her, but Constantine has inexplicably disappeared. Together, these seemingly different women joined to work on a project that could forever alter their destinies and the life of a small town, to write in secret a tell-all book about what it's really like to work as a black maid in the white homes of the South. Despite the terrible risks they will have to take and the sometimes humorous boundaries they will have to cross, these 3 women unite with one intention: hope for a better day. Okay, I counted the books, and it's 11 books. I'm sorry, Mom, if you're watching this, I know I didn't need all these books. I know you're gonna say I wasted my money. I know, but I got grown folk money now, so I can do things like this. I just want to say that if you've watched this whole thing through and you enjoyed the video, definitely make sure you leave your comments down below and let me know. Also, if you are a book reader too and you have some recommendations, let me know so I can spend my money on those too. But I just want to thank y'all so much for watching this video. Like I said, I'm so proud of this video already, and I'm not even done with it yet. That's it. That's done. This is a wrap. Thanks, peeps and creeps. Bye, and I hope y'all have a nice rest of your day, evening, week, month, year, all of that jazz. So, bye. It's alright.